Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on DC motor drive. Before we start this lecture, let us have a look to the syllabus part. So in this unit, we will be understanding first operation of DC motor, then characteristics of DC motors. We will understand various operating modes, constant torque and constant power mode, and we will understand motor performance parameters. In next part, we will learn about converter fade, that is control rectifier fade drive for separately excited and series motors with continuous and discontinuous operation. In later part, we will understand chopper fade DC drive and we will compare chopper fade DC drives with control rectifier fade DC drives. We will also understand open loop and closed loop control of DC drives. And in last section, we will understand how microcontroller based DC drives can be designed and will understand their working principle. So let's get started with actual content part. So the objective of this lecture is to understand operation of DC drive system, then to understand operation of converter fade DC drives. We will understand operation of chopper fade DC drives with block schematic. This is just an introductory level. Let us understand what drive is. So in industrial application, we have a load, and in order to drive that load, we need some control mechanism. So that control mechanism is called as drive. So drive has got three parts. First one is input source. So input source can be AC or DC. Then we need a power converter module, which will be processing input power as per the required voltage to get required speed and required torque. And finally we have a load. So load can be a motor, DC motor, three-phase motors, special purpose motors, switch reluctance motor, stepper motor, or any motor required as per the applications. And we need to control the speed, torque, other parameters along with open loop and closed loop control. So we have some electronic circuitry which will be taking feedback from load. And second, in order to control the speed, we have to make use of control circuit which will be controlling the duty cycle or firing angle of converters which are present in the power converter module to get precise speed and torque. Now let us understand what are the various advantages of electric drives. So first is we get flexible control characteristics. We can achieve any speed, any torque control. We can have precise control over speed and torque. Then starting and braking will become more easy with latest advanced drives. Drives provides wide range of torques over wide range of speeds, both AC as well as DC motor drives. And all these drives are available from low power to high power applications. And drives nowadays can work in any environment conditions. Now let us understand how does DC motor work. In order to understand DC motor working, you need to understand working principle of DC motors from previous electrical machine course. So I will just give you an overview. Any motor has got two parts. First part is called as armature part and second part is called as field part. In field side, we apply the DC voltage that generates magnetic flux and we excite the armature with DC supply. So we have to have two supplies. One is on armature side and second is on field side. And by controlling armature voltage and field current, we can control the speed and torque of the motor. For more detailed understanding of DC motor working, visit the video which is mentioned in this link. Then there are three types of DC motors. If armature and field are separated and both are excited by two different sources, it is called as separately excited DC motor. Second type of motor is shunt DC motor. In shunt DC motor, armature and field are connected in parallel and they are fed by same supply. And third is series DC motors, where armature and field are connected in series. Now every motor has its own significance. Series motors are used when you want high starting demand, torque demand. It is necessary to understand 4-quadrant operation of a DC drive. To understand 4-quadrant operation, we need to simply understand why motors are used. Motors are used to drive a load with certain voltage. So we need some power to drive this motor. So here you can see that there are 4 quadrants. So if you want to drive the motor in forward direction, we must have positive power. So positive power in electric drive is referred as product of voltage and current. If both of them are positive, we will say this operation as motoring mode. If voltage applied to a DC motor is positive, then we can say that this motor will be moving in forward direction. So this mode is called as forward motoring. Second, motor has to run with some velocity, so it has opposition of load. So in order to drive this load, it has to generate some torque. So there is another parameter we call as motor torque. Motor torque and load torque are always in opposite direction. So here T is motor torque and omega is speed in radian per second. So in first quadrant we have a positive power. So power is given by torque into speed. In first quadrant both torque and speed are positive. Power is taken from source to the load and load is moving that load in forward direction, and load torque is in opposite direction. In second quadrant torque is reversed, motor torque is reversed, but speed is in same direction. This mode is called as forward braking. In DC motors this mode is also called as regeneration. So regeneration in any DC drive will be done by making power flow negative. In order to make torque negative, one has to make power flow reversed. As the power is a product of voltage and current, either you need to make current negative or voltage negative. So with control rectifier, when you try to achieve braking, you need to know that voltage will be reversed because you cannot change the direction of current in control rectifier. So in order to achieve braking with control rectifier, one has to make the voltage negative. And in case of chopper, we cannot make voltage negative. In that case, the direction of current is changed. So in order to reverse the power flow, you have to either have a power converter whose voltage can be made negative or current direction can be made negative. In chopper, by changing the direction of current, you achieve the braking, and in control rectifier, by making the voltage negative, by setting alpha more than 90, you achieve this forward braking mode. Now in third quadrant operation, if we apply a negative voltage and negative current, motor is receiving positive power, but as the voltage is negative, the DC motor will start moving in reverse direction. So here both mechanical torque and speed both are in reverse direction, but power is positive. So power is a product of torque into speed. So this is called as reverse motoring. So here power will be taken from source and it will be delivered to the load, and load torque is in opposite direction with motor torque. Next is called as reverse braking operation. This is fourth quadrant. In reverse braking, the direction of torque is changed, but the direction of speed is in clockwise direction. So here power is made negative. So in order to achieve this, you have to use either chopper or control rectifier, which can change polarity of voltage or current. So these are referred as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So first quadrant is called as forward motoring, where power is taken from source to the load and we get positive torque and positive mechanical torque and speed anti-clockwise direction. Power is positive. In second quadrant, speed is in anti-clockwise direction but torque is in clockwise direction. Here power will be negative. That means power is flowing from load to the source. In third quadrant, both torque and speed are in clockwise direction. So power is positive and motor is moving in reverse direction. Power is taken from source to the load. And in fourth quadrant, speed is in clockwise direction and torque is in anti-clockwise direction. Here power is in opposite direction, or power flow has been reversed. That means power is flowing from load to the source. So when we understand drive, you need to understand how can we achieve forward motoring and forward braking. Similarly, we must achieve reverse motoring and reverse braking. Now All these 4 quadrant operations may not be required for certain all the applications. There are some applications where you will come across only using forward motoring. There may be some application where you will come across forward motoring plus forward regeneration, that is braking, and there may be few applications where you will need forward motoring, reverse motoring, and forward braking and reverse braking capabilities. And based on that, you have to select suitable power converter. So for this you have two options. So let us understand what kind of power converters can be used to achieve this. So next topic is classification of DC drives. DC drives are classified into two categories. First is converter fed drives, that is control rectifier fed drives, and second is chopper fed DC motor drive. Drives will give you 1 quadrant, 2 quadrant and 4 quadrant operations. We will understand the comparison between chopper fed and DC fed drive later on. Now time being, we will start with classification of control rectifier fed DC motor drive. So here you can see a pictorial represent. In this case we have taken a separately excited DC motor. So this DC motor has got armature part and field part. So here armature part is fed by one DC supply and field is fed by another DC supply. So here for armature side we are making use of AC to DC converter. This is also called as control rectifier, and control rectifier will give the variable DC voltage. And as we know that in order to control the speed of this motor, we have to control armature voltage. So armature voltage of this DC motor will be controlled by controlling the firing angle of armature side converter, that is either semi converter or full converter. Similarly, in order to create magnetic flux for separately excited motor, we must have a DC source. So for this you can use diode bridge rectifier or control rectifier depending on your application. So this is a pictorial representation. So we need two sources, AC to DC converter, that is control rectifier on armature side, and on field side we also need another rectifier or control rectifier. Now we can control the speed of motors either by varying armature voltage or by varying field current. Let us take an overview of chopper fed DC drives. In chopper fed DC drive, we have to make use of DC to DC converter on armature side. So here you can see that we have a separately excited motor. Armature is fed by a DC to DC converter, that is chopper, and by varying the duty cycle of this chopper we can vary the armature voltage, and by controlling armature voltage we can control the speed of this separately excited DC motor with armature control. To generate DC voltage you can either use batteries or we can use control rectifier, or uncontrolled rectifier will also do this task. So the input to the chopper, that is DC supply, will be taken from AC to DC converter either through control rectifier or through uncontrolled bridge rectifier. So first stage is AC to DC, and later on we convert fixed DC into variable DC to change the armature voltage, and by controlling the armature voltage we can control the speed of this motor. In order to create magnetic flux on field side, we can use uncontrolled rectifier. So here AC to DC converters are used. If you don't want field control, you can simply use diode bridge rectifier, which will not change the field voltage or field current. If you want to have a field control method, you can use control rectifier, that will change field voltage and thus you can change field current. So far we have seen overview of control rectifier and control rectifier fed and chopper fed DC drives. Now let us understand how drives are classified. Drives are classified into two categories as we mentioned earlier, converter fed drives. So let us understand classification of converter fed DC drives. So first type is single phase DC motor drives. Here we use single phase AC supply and we convert it into variable DC, and by controlling the armature voltage you can control the speed of this motor on armature side. Second is we have a three phase DC drives. In single phase DC drive you have single phase semi converter Now single phase semi converter will give you only one quadrant operation. Your drive will operate in first quadrant where average output voltage and average output current will be positive. That results into positive power, and as we know that as we get positive power, we can drive our motor in first quadrant. So this converter has no features of having regeneration capabilities. So this will be applicable when you don't want braking capability and when you want drive to be more simple and at low cost. Second is when you want first and fourth quadrant operation. That means two quadrant operation, you can use single phase full converter fed DC drive. Now this converter will operate in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. In first quadrant it will give you positive voltage and positive current, that means power is positive, and in fourth quadrant you will get positive current and negative voltage. So by setting alpha less than 90 you can make voltage positive, and by setting alpha more than 90 you can make voltage negative. So this converter will have capabilities of motoring as well as braking. In order to get 4 quadrant operation, we need to connect two single phase full converters in anti-parallel and load is connected in between. First converter will give you 2 quadrant operation and second anti-parallel converter will give you another 2 quadrant operation. In total, this converter will drive your motor in 4 quadrant operation. So that means you will get forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring and reverse braking. In same way, 3-phase converter drives are classified. First is 3-phase semi-converter, offers us 1 quadrant operation. Second, 3-phase full converter offers 2 quadrant operation, and third is 3-phase dual converter drive which offers 4 quadrant operation. Normally 3-phase DC drives are preferred in industry as the ripple frequency of output is high and we need less filtering, as well as they are operated for high power application. Now let us understand classification of chopper fed drives. Chopper fed drives are classified into 1 quadrant, that is class A chopper offers us 1 quadrant operation, 2 quadrant, that is class C and class D, and 4 quadrant we can have 4 quadrant chopper, that is also called as multi quadrant chopper. So in this lecture we took overview of DC motor drives, classification of DC motor drive. We understood what it means that 1 quadrant, 2 quadrant and 4 quadrant operation. Upcoming lectures we will be starting with semi converter fed drives. Thank you.